Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I thought I'd put this little video together to basically highlight my year. So this is going to be my kind of traditional year in review. I did one last year, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this one a go this year to basically showcase my year, showcase my goals, and you never know, it might actually give you guys a bit of an incentive to set yourself some goals for next year. Give yourselves a pat on the back for how well you've achieved for this year. So let's have a little review of how 2025 has gone. So 2025, did I actually achieve my goals, what I set out to do at the beginning of the year? Did I hit my time goals? Did I hit any of the goals that I set myself? At the beginning of the year, I did say to myself I wasn't going to do the marathon this year, so tick, goal achieved for that one. That was pretty simple. But yeah, I did set myself some time goals to do this year, and over the 5k all the way up to the half marathon. Now I came pretty close to what I wanted to achieve. I'll put my targets, what I set myself at the beginning of the year, up here for you to have a look at. I did get close on a couple. I think the distance that frustrated me a little bit was the half marathon. I think weather conditions played a big part in my half marathon. I wouldn't say progression. Yeah, I would say progression. I've had a few tough half marathons this year. Either bad weather conditions varying from being extremely hot weather.
There we go. Half marathon. Done and dusted. I have to say, I didn't bloody enjoy that. Oh my God, I think I also underestimated humidity.
Or being to gale force winds.
You could gather from that. Oh God, give me a minute. Oh, that wind was absolutely relentless. Sorry.
So, and I haven't been probably the best at choosing the best races to actually try and set these goals on, but yeah, noted. But no, this year I actually said to myself at the beginning of the year, I wanted to experience different races this year. Races that have been on my bucket list to do, but I've been so absorbed in marathon training over the past 3 to 4 years now. And I won't say neglected my other distances, but there's been races that I've been like thinking to myself, I would like to do them, but I'm in marathon training, so I better not do them. So we'll do like a little montage of some of my races that I've done this year, just to remind you guys what I've done, and kind of remind myself really of everything I've actually achieved this year. I mean,
And just present the prizes for today's first, second and third place finishers. So Ellie Monks is still
Well, there we go.
Ellie Monks, if you're still with us.
Sub 125, I think. Thank you.
right here, and just remind myself of what actual races I've done this year. Then we can have a little. I think for me, excuse me, the one me and my wife wanted to actually do was Sandringham 10k. Now I have.
But yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that. It was a good event. Well organised. I just got my water. I got a medal. So I'm going to drop my water bottle. Here's a medal. You can see that. Nice ribbon. That was actually quite a nice medal, really.
Now I have to say, it is a great event. It is well run. It's run by a company called Good Running Events. we've been waiting so long to actually do this 10k. It's not a fast course. Now, would I recommend it though? Absolutely, yeah, I would recommend doing the Sandringham 10k, but don't be thinking you can go there and run a blistering time, because you won't. It is multi-terrained. There is all kinds of different terrain you go underfoot, from road to woodlands to hard grass to very spongy grass. Lots of twists and turns in the woods, but it's fun. It is fun to do, and it's really, really well put together by the company Good Running Events. You get a great goodie bag and a fantastic medal. The Lincoln 10k is always a great one. And it's always one of my first ones on my race calendar every year to do. It's a quick course. I enjoy it every year. It's local and the atmosphere is unbelievable. Every year we go to the Lincoln 10k. It is a fantastic atmosphere. So that would be one on I would recommend you guys to go check out and do. The Heckington 10 miler. Now, this is one I seem to keep going back to every single year. I've done this race now a number of years. It's just a different race distance I like to throw in than your standard race distances. It's a great community event. The country fair where the Heckington 10 miler is actually based around is a fantastic country fair. Yep, it is the Heckington 10 mile road race 2025, and we are away. Course itself, it is a good course. It's your typical country fens. There's not a lot to it, as in it does get a bit boring sometimes. People say it's a quick course. Now, yes, it is quick to a certain degree, but there is a bypass bridge which you've got to climb 4 times. So I would say probably not the quickest 10 mile that I've ran. It's a 2-looped course, so let's say you got to go over that bypass bridge 4 times. But overall, if you're going there for a time, it's teetering on. Yes, you could get a good time, but it's a fantastic country event, and yes, I would recommend the Heckington 10 mile. It's a great event to go do. Now, half marathons wise for me, I've ran, let's have a look. I've ran about, at the moment, I've ran 17 races this year. And I'll stick on the screen here all the races I've actually ran for you guys to have a look at. Training wise for me this year, training goals. I mean, I have to admit, training has gone exceptionally well this year. I did change my coach in the summer to Jan Bailey at Bailey's Run Shack. We've brought my volume down, what I used to run. I think I was running probably a bit too much mileage, to be honest with you. But no, as you can see from this, I'll put the graph on what I've actually done at the beginning of the year and coming down through to the summer, and we've kind of evened out. I've been hitting that 46 to 50 mile week. At the beginning of the year, I was probably up to about that 60 to 70 mile week. But yeah, training wise, training's gone very, very well. I've not had any injuries, touch wood, this year so far. I had a couple of little sniffles this year. It's one illness which actually knocked me out of the Grimsby 10k, which is one of my favourite races to do in the year, and sadly I didn't get to do it this year, but I will be back to that one next year because it's where I set my PB. But for the 10k, that is. But training over a whole, it's been consistent. I've really worked hard, and I think there has been improvement there. I think the improvement for me in this last 10k training block, I've been impressed with, because I mean my 10k times this year, I mean I started at the beginning of the year at the Udall 10k. It was freezing cold. I don't know if you guys can actually remember that, but it was freezing cold. There was snow and ice on the ground. It was so cold. It was a 2-loop course. I did a 40 minutes 18 that day. So disappointed, but I was like, you know what, this run was not going to happen just because of the temperatures and how slippery it was underfoot. It was bonkers. But how many times I've come this year, I mean, the quickest one was at the Lincoln 10k before I did the Leeds Abbey Dash, was 38.09. From going from 38.09 down to 36.57, so a sub 37, I was impressed with. So the work I put in the latter part of the year to actually bring that time down, and nearly so close getting my 10k PB. Agonisingly close, but it shows I was in shape and the work I put in was great.
Bag lady today, so looking after all my stuff once I do my race. Isn't she good?
Anyway, again, so I'm going to put on the screen for you my my times that I achieved this year, varying from the 5k walk to the half marathon. I'll put on the screen for you just here so you can have a look at. Yeah, I mean, speaking of races, I mean, I suppose really for me, I'm just looking in front. I've got a selection of medals here in front of me. I've brought out here a selection of my favourite medals throughout the year, what I've achieved. I mean, this one I got, which was from the Sheffield half marathon, and if you remember, this one was incredibly hilly. Well, I'll say incredibly hilly, but I think it was one hill. It was one hill from about mile 2 until about mile 7. It was ridiculous, but do you know what? I honestly think that is one of my favourite races of the year. The atmosphere was unbelievable. It was such a great race to do. I know it was hard with the hill at the start, but it was an incredible race to do. Again, this is another half marathon medal. This was from the Farnborough half marathon. I did it at the beginning of the year. I loved this race. It was a fantastic course. This is where I tried to achieve my England Masters vest, and it didn't go to plan, unfortunately for me. It was a cold day, but that was the first time I probably ever ran in 2 layers. I wore a long sleeve top and my club vest, but it was just so cold on the day, and yeah, that blew out my chances really. I think I ran a 84 minutes on the day, but so I was nowhere near going to be good enough on the day to get in that England vest, because I had to be top 3 and then achieve a time of like sub 82, so nowhere near. Goal for the future. Sandringham 10k. This is a great medal. I love this. I've got to admit, one of the most well organised events I ran in this year. A company called Good Running Events. The event as a whole was unbelievable. Fantastic race village, very well organised event, very well marshalled. Would highly recommend doing it. The Humber Coastal Half Marathon, great medal, and you know what? I absolutely loved the event. Do you know, running this event, the first 7 miles of this half marathon, I remember being so comfortable running. I was on PB pace as well. I was hovering around about that 6 minutes to 6:05 minute miling, and that pace, I remember the feet. It felt so smooth, and I felt really in a good flow. But what totally did me was, as soon as it got to like mile 7, it was totally off road, multi-terrain, and gale force headwinds the whole way back to the finish line. And yeah, that did it. That finished me off, really. So I know conditions are awful, are the same for every single athlete, but yeah, that just totally did me in.
That wind was absolutely relentless.
Right, I mean, look, 2026 goals. I mean, I've been mulling over this for the past flipping weeks and weeks, what I want to do next year. I have decided to go back to the marathon next year. I want another crack at the marathon because I think, well, no, I don't think, I know I could run a better marathon time. My marathon time I'll put on the screen for you just here so you can, which I achieved back in 2023 now. Jeez, that seems ages ago. That's scary, isn't it? But yeah, I got my sub 3 back in 2023, which I achieved at Manchester. I know I can run quicker than that. I hope I can now. I hope I'm not flipping leaving it too long. But I would like to try for a sub 250. I think I've got that in the legs. So yeah, that is probably going to be my biggest goal for next year. I still want to crack at the half marathon and the 10k. The half marathon, I still want to try and aim for a sub 82, and the 10k, I still want to try and get that sub 36.50. Whether I'll achieve all these, I do not know, but yeah, those are going to be my main targets. So I'm going long again next year, for races wise. I just seem to think that the shorter the distance at the moment, I don't think my legs can turn that quick. I know it sounds daft, but I don't know, my 5k seemed to be a bit of a struggle for me this year. I haven't done many, but it's just getting those legs turning quickly. I seem to be more confident at the longer distance. I mean, these goals I've set myself, they look scary now, especially the marathon one. I've trained for a sub 250 before when I did the Chester half marathon, and I remember doing that race, and I get into about 16 to 17 miles, and I was on target for it, but the weather conditions got to be that day where it was turned blisteringly hot. But these things are sent to challenge us, and we gain experience from these things. And what I'm grateful for this year really is staying consistent. So consistency this year has been great. My training has moved forward, I think. No, it has. No, my training has definitely moved forward. It's come on. So yeah, I think that's it really. I mean, 2025, I'm still really being grateful that, I've been able to run these amazing times. I've been consistent. I've been really grateful that I could actually showcase my running journey on this channel. I am so grateful. I know I've kept saying this throughout the year, but I am really grateful for all you guys tuning into my channel, for everyone that has actually commented down below, for all you guys that have just kept on coming back to the channel. I do hope you've actually enjoyed following me on this running journey. Really, I know this has been my first year on YouTube, but yeah, I have been really grateful for all of your kind words, all of your support, to everybody who has actually subscribed to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost any money, and it really helps me out too. If you've got any ideas of what you'd like to see more in the channel, please comment down below. All your feedback is really welcomed, and I do appreciate all the returning viewers, all the new viewers that have given me likes, comments. They've all been fantastic. Thank you so much. But this won't be my last video I do this year, but we'll have a little bit more of a catch up before the year ends, so to speak. But I hope your training is going well, and I just wanted to say thank you very much for tuning in, and I suppose really I should all wish you a Merry Christmas, because this will probably be the last video I'll put out before Christmas now. So Merry Christmas, guys, and I hope Santa brings you everything you want, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.